And once again, we are back. Now we're over halfway. And so far, so good. But now it's time to step it up. Now it's time to talk with Aurel. Aurel, how is life? And welcome to the Trackmania Life.
I mean, first, hey to everyone. Life's going quite well. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I like the game. Everything is going well. Hunting stuff, so everything is fine.
Mm. Yeah, for a professional player like yourself, for one of the best players in the game, how much time do you actually put into a new game once it's actually out? It's been out for 2 weeks. Are you taking some days off? Are you taking some evenings off? How is your schedule looking, and how many hours are you actually playing?
Well, this year, I must admit, I'm a bit lucky thanks to the COVID, if you can say that.
Yeah.
COVID helped me, like, because right now I don't have anything to do unless playing. So that's the first time at this period of the year that I have the time to play. So that's quite a good news, I will say. So no, since the game is released, I think that I'm playing the games like almost 4 hours a day, maybe even more if I can, with
Hmm.
some breaks like 1 or 2 days, and then I'm going for 4 or 5 more hours. So yeah, I'm doing quite a lot and training a lot.
Mm. You said that you like the game. Can you tell people what is the thing that you maybe like the most? What is the thing that maybe it's the difference between this game and Trackmania 2 Stadium that you like?
Well, my first impression wasn't that good, to be honest, because I didn't get the feeling that fast. Like normally I'm learning the things pretty fast, and this time I struggle a lot uh, on different surface. Yeah, like dirt, uh, also ice. I mean everything. I struggle a lot and didn't know why, so I was a bit scared. But in the end, I just realized that the game is going quite smooth. Um, Everything is going smooth in the game. I mean, about the gameplay, I know
Mm.
you're gonna talk about the server or stuff or even interface. Like we all know that it's not on point yet, but it will like for sure be better in future and near future. I hope so at least. But yeah, the game I have it in my hands. I will say right now, and it's going well. So yeah,
So you're positive about yourself performing well in this new game. It's not like you maybe think that you were a better player in Trackmania 2 Stadium. If you look at yourself in this new game, do you still think you are going to be one of the best players in the world?
I think so. Yeah, at least I hope. Like I mean, I'm Grand League, so I have to be one of the best always. So yeah, I have to. But I clearly think that after the show match, like I've seen that even with not that much amount of training, I still did great. I mean, I didn't expect that much, but I did great, and I had the feelings, and that was the most important thing. It's the feelings when you drive the car and stuff. So everything was fine, and I'm pretty sure that I can be as good as in TM2 and maybe even better. Who knows?
Hmm. You mentioned that maybe the interface is not the best, maybe the servers are not the best. How much do you think that that can damage new players coming into the game? You know, of course, the hype from the ZrT Cup. You have played it for a long time. You've done well at it for a long time. You think that maybe some players are gonna turn away from Trackmania because of some problems that we are seeing with the interface? Maybe it's somewhat confusing for new players to actually find out what they want to do in this game.
I mean, that for sure. Like I already know some players that just by the game that is not running quite smooth. Already don't play the game since it's crashing too much. They don't have any fun because they have to restart it every hours or game freeze or you can't play with your friends in the games. So for me, and I know that for some people as well, it's like even if we are in multiplayer mode, it's like you're playing alone because you can't do anything with your teammates. You have to create a dedicated server, but it's not smooth at all right now. And of course, there is still some people that if you want to have fun, maybe you can if you are doing solo maps or campaign, I don't know. But there is this kind of stuff that you cannot avoid, like it's the servers and stuff, and it's quite annoying. And you have to be patient. But for some, it's like I won't play the game anymore until it's not fixed, right?
Mm. And do you think that Nadeo will fix it now because it's a new game that maybe they are gonna quickly fix it now than let's say in 2017 once Trackmania 2 Stadium was out?
I mean, they have to. So the sooner it is, the better it is, I will say, because it's now or never for the game to grow up. Um, is going quite well by the number. Like we've seen Ellis telling about the numbers,
Mm.
and it was quite good for the game still for very beginning. So they have to keep on updates. They did that already. Few updates that happened the last few days. So that's really great, and they have to keep it like that to yeah to make some efforts as well with the communication, talk about players, and we have to know what will happen if these things will be fixed or every kind of stuff. So yeah, so they have to, and I'm pretty sure that they will, even if it's not really easy to fix, or but they will.
Yeah. And one of the biggest competition, it is the biggest competition once you look at the exposure, is the ZrT Cup. You are probably, if you look at four players who has done well at the cup, I would say you, Carl Jr., Bren, and Papu. How serious are you taking this year's edition? Is it less serious because it's not an offline competition? Maybe because it's a new game, so maybe you don't know everything. How serious are you taking this year's ZrT Cup?
Well, I'm taking it as serious as previous years. Like even if it's not a offline phase, like it should have happened with Bercy, but since I have time, I have said earlier,
Mm,
I can play, so I'm putting the same efforts and maybe a bit more time this time. So and we also have to learn the game. So I have to put myself the hours into it in order to get better and to know the physics, the steps, different yeah, the stuff that will help me to know the physics, and that's the things like by playing it a lot, I will learn that. So I'm putting a lot of time in ZRT as always.
mm. Yeah, I remember. I think it was the first podcast we did. You mentioned that. Yeah, the big goal is to actually win the ZrT Cup. Is that maybe still the biggest goal in your career, or is maybe winning Trackmania Grand League now bigger?
Well, for me, I think it's easier to win ZRT than winning TMGL because the map suits me. Even if both kind of maps suits me great, I mean, I always been closer in ZRT to win than in TMGL, even if I had only one season. But yeah, in ZrT, I'm definitely quite closer, I think, and I feel it as well. But yeah, I would love to. And TMGL, I mean, something different. In TMGL, I don't really, I want to win it, of course, but it's not something like ZrT. I've been there for almost 4 years, and something that I'm hurting every year, like this kind of story that I have with this competition. As in Grand League, I'm just happy to be there among all those great players, and I just want to do great. And yeah, but yeah, in Grand League, it's mainly about getting top 8, and then it's only a bonus for me.
Yeah, yeah. Last time we spoke was actually in Lyon after you got knocked out. Can you tell us how was the first season for you? Now that you look back at it, do you have more maybe motivation because now you know that you can qualify to the playoffs? You know that you can be competitive against these players on endurance maps as well or endurance format as well.
Yeah, I always knew that endurance map and mixed style was always a great thing for me because I clearly know that on tech I can't keep up with some guys like Carl, Pack, Twin, or Kappa even. But in mixed style, I can clearly keep up with them, and even more in endurance style because I'm way more consistent. So that's a great thing. And yeah, that's mainly the thing.
Hmm. But for a for a non-French guy, I guess it's hard for me to actually understand how big the ZRT Cup is. I tried to make a video out of it, but I still don't think I actually know how big it is. Let's say that if you win this year's, or if you do well at this year's cup, and then next year you head into Bercy, you qualify, then you are in front of 15,000 people. People are gonna look at you as like, yeah, this is guy's our favorite. This guy can actually win it. How big is this cup? How do you actually feel it personally that people recognize you, people maybe expect you to do well because this competition is so big that it has a lot of impact?
It has a lot of impact for sure, but for me, it's not mainly about the impact, but more about the maps and also about I would say the result that I did the year before. Because the first year, I didn't really care about the RT, but I still get in the final where I got third. And since I'm there, and I'm thinking about like, okay, I got third last year, so I have to do at least even better or the same. So it's kind a competition where I'm just looking forward because there is a great hype around it because it's ZrT, of course, and it's all the thing that we've seen like a lot of streamers, different strats, like all the things that there is around the ZrT Cup and even the stage as well. Even if this year there is nothing, I mean there is still the hype of the new game.
Mm.
So yeah, I mean the ZrT is quite a big event and I'm still hyped for this every years. And
Yeah.
even if I'm not as known as Carl or Evan Brain, I mean I'm still there and I have to perform
Mm.
because it's ZrT and some people still know me, so I have to train for this.
Yeah, and sadly we could not see the AccorHotels Arena this year, but luckily it got announced for next year. It's in May, but it's like 10 months. But I'm still looking forward to it every day. Do you already look forward to that? Do you already maybe say that that can be your big career goal overall? Because I mean, I'm just standing on backstage looking at you play on stage in front of so many people, but so I can only imagine how it feels to actually play. Does the crowd even matter to you? Do you feel that winning in front of 15,000 people is going to be bigger than winning in front of 1,500 people?
I mean, it's definitely something that you wanna try in your life because first, at least for me, I will talk about me. When I played Trackmania, I didn't even expect to be good, to be there, or even doing stage, you know. So, and I realized that I'm the level where I have the chance to be there among the best and to have the opportunity to be on stage, and that's a really great feeling. So it's really nice to have that, and every years we are just looking for this because the feeling, the crowd, as you said, it's something completely different that is, yeah, you don't really have the whole season in Trackmania, so because there isn't that much big LAN or stage, so it should be clearly definitely something different, and winning this, even being there on 10 and not winning is something quite good, and but winning this will be something really awesome for sure.
Yeah, I mean, just being there as a spectator is big. I'm gonna go, even though if let's say I don't get the press credential, I'm just gonna be there because even though I don't understand French, it's just crazy to be there looking at what this small game can actually be on a big stage. How much fun so many people can actually have from watching this game that we all love for the whole year.
Yeah, clearly we've seen that so many people are hyped by Trackmania. We don't really know why because for me it's just a racing game and that's it. But there is always this hype around, and some people are waiting for it a lot, and that's the thing that make it even greater. So yeah,
Hmm. And yeah, I guess that's time for already the next guest is waiting. That is a bad part about having so many scheduled guests that I cannot talk for you because if let's be honest, if I could, I will talk for you for 2 hours. But now you have some training to do. You have an upcoming qualification. Do you actually stream something, or is every training session going not
nah,
on stream?
everything is offline since
Mm,
I don't have the connection to stream yet.
mm,
Maybe in the near future, at least I hope so. I would like to try even once in my life because it's something that I would like to do, I think. So maybe in the future, but for now it's everything in offline.
mm. But then I guess I'll just have to wait until I see you on stream looking to qualify for that cup. And like I said to Wingo Bear, if you qualify, I'm gonna hit you up because I want to do like the hype before this cup. Because now I cannot be like I was in Strasbourg to do an interview before and after with you. So if you qualify, come on this Trackmania live again, right?
Yeah, don't worry. I will qualify for the top 8 for sure.
Oh, there we have it. There we have it. The next guest should be Afi. Let's see if he's still waiting around. But for now, a little break, and then Afi should be the next one. Thank you for stepping up, Aurel.
Thank you, NMG. See you.
See you.